ahoy.
Not ahoy. Huh? Hi. Hey.
My name is Oratile.
My name is Ranzu.
And welcome to our channel.
How does this go again?
How do we do it? Because it's really busy. Robin?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we are back.
Why is this us all
We're
the
back.
time? No, guys.
We are.
I think we should also apologize to people. Like, we are trying to really build momentum.
We're trying.
I think we should let them know. Like, we really are trying. We are busy. We are freelancers, guys. Please do also understand that. But we are trying. But this week, you are getting 2 videos. Two videos. Okay, so just to be like, we are sorry.
Exactly.
We are doing better.
Apologize. Apologies.
Yes, but we are definitely back. We need
Drink water and mind your own business.
real water.
What are you doing? This water.
What? I think a glass. Anyways. And why can't you gulp it? Why are you taking a sip? Okay.
I'm a lady. On today's episode, we'll be discussing
Working on
young
famous
and African child. OMG.
Yeah.
Where we met. So we were part of the glam team for
Young
famous
and African season 2.
Okay. Just no shade, but season 2.
Yes.
So I was part of makeup.
And I was part of wardrobe.
Period.
Come on.
I'm so glad I went there because I got to meet this one, and she got to meet me.
Oh man, such a beautiful way. And I think with this video, what we just want to do is just tell you, just like a chit chat. Today's video is just chill, just to a little story time, if you will, because we don't take it lightly, the opportunity that we received. And I think when you hear our stories, with what we share, it's like, it's crazy what can happen. Like, it literally takes a moment to change your life. Or also being a freelancer, I think for me, because I was just starting out, I've never done styling, I've never really assisted in a big production.
Same. I think I can say the same.
Yeah.
Like a big production like that, child.
Yeah.
An international production.
Yeah.
No, never.
So it was an interesting and amazing experience, to honestly say. So that's what just telling you, chit-chatting, and just our side, because I think because we're doing YouTube, this is part of our journey, and we just like to share those snippets with you and our story with you. You get what I mean? Yeah. I think us sharing this video is just a form of gratitude. You know what I mean? Because it's a surreal feeling. You know what I mean? We've probably cried 1,000 times. We've cried because we're criers. We're very
Cannot the tears stuck this side
with our feelings. So tell us who you were doing makeup for, and I'll let you know who I was mainly working with when it came to assisting. Not to judge, just so that they know who were you, like,
Okay, so basically I started as an assistant makeup artist for the HOD. So I used to assist her with Bonang, Fantana. She used to do everybody because she was HOD. So I was her assistant in the beginning. That's how I started, right? So everywhere. So with Bonang, Fantana, Nadia, Zari, right? And then after some time, I was the girl gets the face, but
on your
alone,
independent.
ne? So I was Rosette. Love you. Love you, girl.
Yeah.
Rosette, Siba Bato. I did Sorry. I did Annie on but it was a very it was just like the night scene, so you could barely see anything. And then the gents. So obviously Naked, Louis for some episodes. Louis, Diamond, Andile.
So everybody actually.
Basically, yeah. And then I used to be on standby child and touch up everybody's makeup.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and Kutlwano, we used to touch up everybody's makeup child, and a makeup artist called Felix. Yeah, there were other makeup artists, great makeup artists. The hairstylist,
Her.
my man does this, and he does that one. Y'all know that emoji.
That's right.
in,
Yes.
Yeah, so that's who I worked with. And you, girl.
What was the question again?
Who did you work with?
Oh.
Who did you enjoy the most? Or which looks did you enjoy the most?
So I was assisting in styling Kaylee, Naked, Nadia, Nakai, Fantana,
Andile at some point.
Andile from the beginning to a certain section. Who else?
Louis?
There it was like more standby.
Okay,
you know, but
got
the
you.
main people that I was working with was those people. I'm trying to think who else. No?
Who
Yeah.
else? Did
Yeah,
you work
Naked
with?
Kaylee.
You've worked with Rosette in the beginning.
Oh yes, Rosette as well.
Yes.
Yes. Also being on standby as some of Kanye scenes, and then of course at times you are gonna be on standby because I was assisting. I would be on standby for other cast members, but it was very rare because it was mainly those people that I was assigned to. So that was nice.
To be honest, I feel like I just wanna be able to be excited and be happy
About
the fact that I was part of Young, Famous, and African season 2. Like,
Did
I don't even want to be like acting nonchalant about it, or being modest about it, or acting like it's not a big deal, or it didn't matter to me. Child, that was a big deal for my career personally.
And I can honestly echo the same thing, because I think like when you're in production, of course you have to have this level of professionalism and of course everything like that, and not even just to be like, oh, because we're working with celebrities. I'm not even saying that, but the fact that like we were on a production, a Netflix production, you know, I Netflix and chill. Okay, I be chilling.
We're Netflix and chilling, right?
Like, it's crazy how I'm like, yo, I can go to Netflix and there's a body of work that I was a part of,
babe.
You know, and I think like with my story, so this is why I it means a lot, because after graduating, I didn't have a job. I didn't have a job, but I was very sure of freelancing. But I didn't know what that looked like. So I thought it had to do with more like what I've done at school. Honestly, styling wasn't part of the picture for me, you know. So I thought like freelancing looked like the more the computer side of fashion, doing CADs, you know, like technical drawings and all of that. So that's what I was thinking freelancing was gonna look like for me. And I remember I had emailed a stylist, and Lufuno, if you're watching, it is you.
Hey Loops, thanks. I got to meet this amazing babe.
So my sister as well, Mosa, thank you so much. Like, you know, one thing I want with this video is that to also give gratitude, you know, not to wait for us to reach the big stages, but like this is the platform we have and we're sharing our stories here, you know. So my sister was like, you know what, email Lufuno, because I was just emailing people like, hey, can can I just, job shadow you, all of those things, because again, I had just graduated, and then I done a little gig with her for a week. It was just a week gig for MTV Dance Nation. So that was nice. Got to kind of taste what styling kind of would look like, And that happened, and it came and went, and I was just like, okay, when's the next thing coming? 7 months went down the line, and Lufuno messaged me, and she's like, I got a gig for you. And I was like, okay, cool. She's like, it's for Netflix. In my head, guys, can I honestly tell you this is my story, guys. I was exercising that day. I was literally working out, and I remember seeing her message. I was like, she's like, okay, a lady's gonna call you, and you're gonna discuss what's happening. Got the call, and I was so shocked because it was a big thing was happening so quickly, and I was just working out. I was trying to get my summer body, and from there it happened, man. And I really realized that for me, I'm not ashamed to say I believe in God.
Yep.
I've really seen how God can move and really things can change in a moment. I'm not saying that I'm the biggest stylist in the world.
And that's the thing for me. I feel like for me to embrace that opportunity, I wanted to feel like I'm a big makeup artist or I'm a guru in beauty, and then I can embrace it. Like, no, embrace it now. It's okay. Like, you did good. You're doing good, and also you moved from a certain level in your career to another level, a big level.
And showing up so differently.
So yeah, don't ever, I think like people shouldn't look down on themselves like that, like how we did, because we would be afraid of posting things because we think people are gonna judge us and be like, oh, but R.Johannah, they're not used to these things.
Yeah, like it's not that deep.
It's not that deep. Yes, it's not that deep.
But I think for me, it's like it is because, like I'm saying, so everyone had their own story, and I have this habit, like even the people I look up to, I always scroll down to their feed where they actually started, because that's where I can relate. And I feel like when I was there, even people I'll bump into, I'm like, oh, how did you get into the industry? And it's not all the same. It's really different stories. But for me, it was like, I need to be grateful for this, and not also be like, hey, what's next, what's this, really bask in that, what I mean. So also seeing that the show is out and seeing the parts where I had assisted in the show was really, really interesting, and it was fun to see. It was also like, damn, I remember doing this and this and this, and the work it took. It took, like, you can actually be like, oh, I see, it actually came out like this. So it was such an amazing experience and opportunity. So yeah, I learned quite a lot, but yeah, that's a part of my story, and yeah, that's how it was. So with you, how did it happen? Of course I know the story, but it's like, how did it happen for you?
For me, how it happened was actually so, I don't want to say weird, but weird, because even with being a makeup artist, I didn't really think that it would be my job. I live through makeup artist. Like, this is how I live, this is how I survive, this is my how people have 9 to 5s, this is my 9 to 5. I'm so grateful to God for not letting all the other 9 to 5 jobs that I thought I wanted to do, him allowing those things, or not allowing rather, but those things to not work. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because I remember last year, actually, still just before shooting for Young, Famous and African, I had another job, like my last 9 to 5 kind of like job, like corporate job. I was working for some marketing company. Things did not go well. Like, things would just go bad. Things would just go bad. Like, every place that I go to and I work for, things just go bad. And I'm like, okay, do I belong here? Like, why does everything just go wrong? Like, there's nothing that I'm not doing right. Why does everything just have to go wrong? And I'm just like, hey, man, maybe it's not my thing. But anyway, when I quit that job, I decided, I'm done with this. I am stopping because makeup was my side hustle, right? I did it while I was studying, and I was like, let me get extra money, blah blah blah, because I got the for help.
Yeah,
I can actually help you alone nowadays. I want to do it myself, but I mean,
but
everyone needs help. Everyone needs help. But you know, I like having my ish together and doing things myself and not bothering anybody. I keep it like about charity case, you know? Charity case, it's not cute. Well, for me, I don't like it. So I was doing it as a side hustle, and then the moment I realized, like, the money that you're making here as a side hustle, think about it. What would happen if you took this seriously and made it your full time? If you can cover this much as a side hustle, how much more would you cover if you made it a full time? So I quit because it was already nonsensical anyway. You know, I went through so much. I feel like what? No, man. Because the peanuts. The peanuts.
All that.
Already the money is like, no, I'm not ungrateful, but I'm just stating facts.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It was little money for me to actually like just fight for it. Whatever. Anyway. So when I did quit that job, the last job, I've been quitting a lot of jobs. But when I quit that one, I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on makeup. This is my full time. And I manifested all the things that I wanted in order to improve my business. Because I was like, I want to improve my business. Yes, everyone is a makeup artist, as people say. Everyone is a makeup artist. Everyone is a hairstylist. Everyone does nails. Great. Good. Let them do it. If it makes them money, let them do it. So what? So what if everyone is doing it? I was like, no, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm not gonna let it discourage me. And I was like, I'm gonna take it seriously, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll do better than all the, you know, the people that are, everyone is a makeup artist, but I'm oratile. So let me see if I can do good in that. And I would practice all the time. I would always watch YouTube, guys. Always watch YouTube videos. Like, that is my life. I stopped watching TV, like, TV shows. You know, I would always be watching tutorials, like how to do makeup, how to do lashes. Girl, that was me. I was practicing the whole time. Like, hey, are you free? Can I use you as a model? You know, the portfolio that I used to apply for my job that I got for Young Famous and African? You know that portfolio? Let me tell you, none of that work was paid for. All that work that was on that portfolio that got me the job, it was me practicing. It was my content work. All of it. I feel like my old portfolio, if you can look through it, all the people that are there, that's my family, my friends. It was never work. It was never work. It was all free stuff. I'm not encouraging that though. You know, because sometimes people can play on like play on your emotions, play with you and say, it's for exposure, blah blah blah. But you know, at some point you will do free work, obviously.
But I think, friend, also with that being said, I think it's also important, like what I've realized. You need to be doing things for free at the beginning. In the beginning. You need to be building whatever it is, whatever your creative field is. You need to still be building that, because I feel like your work needs to be there to back you up. Yes. So if like for me, it was like, okay, email whoever I emailed, but it was like I feel something on my page for her to be like, okay, cool.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like, it's unfortunate, but it's like, you need to have work. Let the work carry you for once.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even when it looks like it's not working out, it honestly will. People will see that you're pushing. Do you get what I'm saying? But just sorry to cut you there.
No worries, friend. Yeah, you're right. Like at some point you're gonna have to do there are a lot of things that I've done like for free, but to my surprise, it's not that paid off. It's God and the universe knowing and seeing the effort that you put in. The like, you know, the people who are like, no, do it for me, it's for exposure. None of them. But that's okay, because God knows your heart. God and the universe can see what you are putting out. Do you know, like the work that you put in, it really pays off. Because friend, I was thinking about it, I'm like, actually all the work that I used for that portfolio to send to the HOD, it was content work. Most of the people that are there are my family and my friends. That's how I got it.
Look at you.
And like, you know, because I would watch these videos. I'm like, let me practice. You know, let me just try and make it work. You know, because I really like felt like everything else is just not working. Maybe this is because my aunt had told me one time. She's like, Nana, maybe this is your calling. You know, because why are all these other things not working? It's like, let me just focus on it and not focus on like the commentary of whoever's opinion, like you're just being a makeup artist, everyone else is a makeup artist, or it's not a real job, you know. And I was so scared to actually make it a job and be bold and say I'm a makeup artist. I would always be like when people are like, what do you do? I'm like I'm doing but I do this just to make it sound more serious. So but when I did start taking my beauty business seriously and not as a 9-to-5, it paid off, because that's when I got the Young, Famous and African job. Though I've been working with that other production that I told you, like for music videos, you know, that really grew me a lot. Monde Dube, the director, he believed in me. I was so young and I took a chance one time and I'm like, hey, I'm a makeup artist. I was so small. And he actually believed in me. I remember he used to shout at me on set because I was so slow. Angi chica, makeup time. I didn't know anything, and I was like, OMG, do I want to do this? But he trained me so much, because I feel like even that prepared me for what was coming. Because with what, you know how hectic it was on that set. If I didn't meet Monde Dube, that would constantly like, yay. I wouldn't have managed with the pressure that was on that show.
That muscle wouldn't have been built. Yeah.
You know, so I'm so grateful that I met Monde Dube. Like, damn, your friend, I'm so surprised. He like, why and how? Like, I was taking my chances. And I thought it was even lying to me when he was like, no, we're shooting next week. I'm like, what? And then 100 years later, I was still shooting late. You know,
friend,
God is like good. God is so good. But that time I wasn't a full-time makeup artist, so it was just a side hustle. But when I became a full-time makeup artist, that's when I got the Netflix job that God sent my way.
He's like, we're gonna do this.
He's like, baby, you are going to work for this because you asked for it, but I'm gonna give it to you this way and at this time, because it's going to serve you for this and this and this. It's gonna help you. You're gonna pick up this. You're gonna learn from this one. You're gonna, God was intentional with that job.
Lastly,
but not least,
what was like your what can you take away from the show? What have you learned? You know,
From the show, I have learned patience, perseverance, working with people, the power of connections, the power of networking. I have also learned to not take things too personally.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
Just
one.
do your job.
Yeah.
Literally. Just get to work, Oratile. Do your job. Do your best. And if they don't like it, that's okay. They're allowed to not like it. Correct it. It boosted my confidence. Because I'm like, oh, if I can deal with this, I can deal with anything. I'm like, yeah, it grew me. What else did I learn? Damn, time management. The pressure was getting worse. Every minute of every seconds and every hour until the end.
Yeah.
The neighbors are not nice, but anyway, until the end, I just say, patience. So it's fine, neighbor. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I've learned. So yeah. So baby, what did you learn? What can you say that you learned and you're taking from the show, and like the lessons, how you improved? Basically, what is it that you took from working on the production?
I think firstly, because again, I hadn't like done styling like that, so I think I've learned a new avenue, a new area of design. Firstly, being a stylist, I've learned to pay attention to detail. Everything needs to sync. If this outfit, is it gonna be gold accessories or silver accessories? Like literally paying attention to detail, making sure that when you record as well, like things are looking proper, things are in place, you're being intentional. I think it's shown me a lot of like how to be intentional when it comes to design and putting pieces together, and it has also made me want to elevate how I even style myself, like, oh, maybe I can add a pop of color there and do that there and layer this there or whatever it is. It showed me definitely how to work under someone. I do feel like I really can take, I guess, direction, and like, making sure you're executing someone else's work, because again, assisting, so that's what I learned. I learned how to work with a lot of different people, because again, there's just a lot of people are all different, not everyone is the same. So I've learned how you come across different people and also how to maneuver that, and I think also like confidence, because I feel like showing up for myself, as well, just like how do I show up if I wanted to take this, styling seriously? What would I need to do? So it's given me also tools in that way to highlight that. But yeah, I've really learned teamwork makes the dream work, and I think also what I really enjoyed on set was how, like, even if someone wasn't part of glam, we all had the vision to make sure that specific scene was executed well. So taking directions from if it's your content directors, and they're like, oh, maybe fix this part, or let's do it like this. Like, it gave me like, oh, it's actually nice to see how people have the same vision to do those type of things, so it was really nice just to take direction, because my mom always has taught me that you need to be teachable as a person. So you can't also get into spaces and think when you know everything. There's always room to grow and improve. You don't know it all. People have different ways of doing stuff, so you can always learn. It doesn't harm you in that. So yeah, that's what I learned, man. But it was really nice also to see like what type of designs are out there. So now looking at like from a fashion designer eye, like what type of designs do shows actually like, and you know, what are you looking for, and you know, also making sure to follow a brief and making sure everything aligns and all of those things, you know, learning how to source, even like I'm saying, it was my first time. So, you know, making sure that, oh, okay, this is how it's done, learning all of those things. But it was really, it was fun, man.
It was a really growing experience.
No, definitely. It was definitely that. And I like how you said like not to take things personally.
Yeah.
Because like you're a human at the end of the day, you know, you do want to, but I think working in production shows you like, dude, focus on the goal at hand. The goal is to execute X, Y, and Z and keep it at that, and keep it moving, you know. So yeah, that's what I also learned.
So guys, we hope you enjoyed our little video of us letting you in on what we contributed to the show. We hope you enjoyed it.
But guys, please make sure to like, subscribe,
comment,
share, you know, and tell us also what kind of videos do you want us to do. Okay,
of course.
Yeah, tell us what kind of videos you'd also like us to do. Yes. And yeah,
love you loads.
See you on the next one.
See you soon. Bye.